You mentioned that you're a trumpeter first and you started singing later on. Like when you joined the band, were you already showcasing your
Well,
vocal skills? Was
in
it discovered later on?
no, well, what happened is being self-contained band. I come from the self-contained. They call self-contained groups.
Hmm.
Self-contained meaning those groups like Commodores, Ohio Players. Uh, uh, I can't think of all of them now, but all those groups that had they had Lakeside, all these groups like that. Self-contained meaning they had everything in there that you needed to do live performances. So they had the musicians and the players. So being those groups, you would sing and play. You would sing and play. It was like yeah, maybe one guy that maybe did more songs. So I was used to singing because I came out of a local group that we used to sing all these songs. And I used to fashion myself out when I was young after Eddie Kendricks because I had a nice falsetto at that time. But that was like being in a self-contained group, you would sing songs and certain songs other people would sing. So I was used to singing and used to performing. Performing was our key. The key thing that we
Hmm.
became know how to entertain. We because we came up around these soul artists. And when I was young, even in high school, being that we had an organized horn section, sometimes we would perform for these soul artists that may come in town at this very popular club, which was like a sea market on the way to Atlanta, but it was a very popular club. Most of the cats would stop there before they go to Atlanta. And we was young. They
Hmm.
had asked our parents could we perform. They would let us in and we perform with these guys. Come in, do a rehearsal, our horn section, and play with them that night. Anything from Al Green to Johnny Taylor, or O.V. Wright, the blues singers, and all those guys would come in because they would most of the time these guys would travel around with their guitar player in most cases who was their music director. During those days, you didn't have really keyboards. Really wasn't the predominant feature in a band because you didn't have. They had if you were playing if you had a B3 or something like that, but most of the keyboard sounds was they didn't come around to the 70s. So those groups, you always had two guitar players. Always had two guitar
Right.
players. One played rhythm, one played lead. In groups like that, in the self-contained groups, we had guitar players even before we got the keyboard player. But that's how I kind of morphed into